Hey everybody, Harshad.eth here. I'm a community manager and been in the NFT and Web3 space for a while now, and also a business developer at Ambassadors Media. So we're actually going to tackle something very interesting today, which is about the Reddit collectible avatars, and we're going to read out a thread by Liam and go in detail, and I'm going to explain you every single thing inside the thread and also give you some pointers about it. Also, rate my setup in the comments. Tell me how my setup looks like. You guys can see the lights, which reacts to my voice there. I don't know what you call it, but I got that on Amazon. Really cool. All right, even if I stop talking, it still says. Never mind. Let's dive deep into the thread now. Let me start sharing my screen and let's read out the thread and understand what Reddit is doing right now. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna place myself in the top right corner. Yes, I just placed myself in the top right corner. Okay, so this is a thread by Liam Herbst, and we're reading it out on my personal Twitter account. If you haven't already, go follow me there, Harshad.eth. I keep posting some insightful tweets, and my goal is trying to add value, right? So basically, adding value through content, through tweets, through the work that I do. So that's what's going on right now. And let's dive deep into Liam Herbst's Twitter thread about Reddit. So the first one says Reddit is secretly building a metaverse empire. NFT avatars are just the start. Here's the master plan and how you can capitalize on it. Okay, so that's a very interesting one because we know what's going on. See, the thing is, if you actually search for this, not a lot of people in the NFT space are talking about it. Like, not a lot of NFT degens really talk about this part because um, I see there are articles about 3 million wallets on Reddit, even a lot more than OpenSea. But again, I don't know how true that is. But still, I think this thread has a lot of knowledge of that we can learn from and how you can capitalize on it. I think that's the most important part because if you know something, you also have to capitalize on it, or there's no point. Okay. So the overview of this thread is avatars are the Trojan horse. Okay, the first one, avatars are the Trojan horse. So you guys know it already. It's you know what a Trojan horse is. A Trojan horse, where the Greeks actually defeated the city of Troy by sending in a lot of Greek soldiers inside the wooden horse, which had a lot of all the Greek soldiers in it. And then when it entered the fort, they got down and they destroyed the city of Troy and the soldiers as well. So that's a very interesting. It's a very interesting story. There's a lot of speculation if it's true or not, but that's not the point of the conversation here. What we are talking about is what the Trojan horse actually is. It's one of the. I think it's one of the best stories narrated, even about the human history as well. And malware, right? Even malware. People use malware like Trojan horse. Basically, the concept you guys understand, but here it's actually in a good way. So avatars of the Trojan horse, that's in a good way, not like a virus, not anything negative here, but actually a positive thing. So avatars are a Trojan horse. Basically, what Liam is trying to say is that avatars are like this a package inside the Trojan horse, which are presented to Redditors, and they don't even know that they're NFTs. So there's actually a great meme about it. I wasn't able to find it, but that's exactly what it is. So avatars are the Trojan horse, but basically they're NFTs itself. And people who are using it, they don't even know that they're NFTs. So that's how subtle that is, and that's how Web3 functions right now. Now that you see, because of Polygon, how easily scalable that is. Now it's so subtle that you don't even realize that you're holding an NFT. So that's what the Reddit collectibles are. Now, Reddit is a metaverse with crypto objects and things to watch. Also, there's a warning here in brackets which says this section contains alphas. So I think that's always a good thing to get some alphas. Okay, so first tweet here, it says avatars of the Trojan horse. They're versions of Reddit's mascot Snoo. So you guys know what a Snoo is. A Snoo is a very famous character, famous mascot of Reddit, which you guys already know it. It looks like this. So that's the Reddit mascot. And all of these NFTs are versions of these mascots. So if I just open C for you guys, if I just open C, I open C. Okay. So yes, if you click on Reddit collectibles, you can see all these collectibles, which are spooky season. All of these are spooky seasons, but there are other collaborations as well. So now they're all versions of these of the Reddit snooze. You see that they're all versions. This is not a great example, but you kind of make it right. It's actually a version of the snow itself. Let's find something which is a little bit more similar. All right, so this is a little bit more similar. That's a Reddit snow, but uh, it's in a different collaboration. So yeah, that's how pretty much the NFTs are, or the collectibles, like Reddit likes to say it. Okay, now in partnership with Reddit artists. So there are a lot of artists on Reddit already, and they're the best artists in all these subreddits. And Reddit went to these artists and partnered with them to make these uh, collections. So to make these collectible arts, they've partnered with the artists on Reddit itself. So they're designed for Reddit's massive user base. So what's the utility? What's the use case? What are people going to do it? Self-explanatory. They're avatars. So people use these collectibles as their avatars on Reddit, basically to represent themselves on the Reddit subreddit. And I think the best one right now is the Midas. Midas is the gold one, and it's like the BAYC of collectibles. So it has the status of being, let's just call it blue chip collectible, a Reddit collectible, if we say so, right? And enabling special profiles, which make the avatar stand out and receive special comment privileges. So each avatar gets these special comment privileges, and they get to chat on it. And I think what's happening here is, well, it's actually trying to tap into the core human behavior of showing status. And the better your NFT is, the better your collectible is, the kind of flex that you get, basically like any other uh, brand, like sneaker brand. Like if you have a Nike, it's you're showing status. If you have an iPhone, you're showing the logo. That's what it is. And it's still so hard for me to explain to people that why they don't get it, that you can own something on the internet, and this is how that's happening. So in the real world, you're able to own a sneaker, Nike sneaker, and that's how you showed your status. That's how you showed your presence. But now in the metaverse or on Reddit, you're able to take these avatars and show your presence on the internet, and you own it. Like you are owning that creative, that avatar, and that's yours. And it's non-fungible. It's just one of one, and it's yours. That's so difficult for me to explain to people, but I hope I'm doing a good job by doing this one. Okay, so let's move on to the second one, which says the avatar is poised to become huge because Redditors care about the benefits. Pseudonymity is commonplace on Reddit. Seamless onboarding and crypto infrastructure, low price with scalable supply growth mechanic, and combinable avatar components to incite more buying. So the first one says Redditors care more about the benefits. So the people who are on Reddit, I am not a big Redditor, but I do lurk around Reddit, and I was a big part of the NoFap and semen retention subreddit, and also a lot of a workout subreddit and self-improvement and whatnot. So that's what I've been a part of. And if I'm not a huge Redditor, but still, I don't have a lot of karmas as well. Karmas is another way that Reddit likes to incentivize their users. So I think that can also be some use case in the future. So that's one thing. And pseudonymity is commonplace on Reddit. People like to stay pseudonymous, and not a lot of people have their own names. They have their pen names, they have the pseudonymous names on Reddit, and it just blends well with the Web3 ecosystem. Now, seamless onboarding and crypto infrastructure. Like I said, going back to the Trojan horse theory, it's a very seamless onboarding of Reddit, and people people don't really even know that they are NFTs. And I think it was so scalable because of Polygon as well. Polygon being such low gas fee and highly scalable, I think it just made total sense to Reddit to just go ahead and partner with Polygon. I wouldn't call partner maybe, but do the drops on Polygon. because it's highly scalable and the high growth infrastructure help them do it do that on a implement that on a very large scale. Now, a low price with scalability, I think we covered that already, and onboarding, which is happening with Polygon, and combinable avatar components to incite more buying. I exactly don't know what this is, combinable avatar components, but I think that's something Reddit's doing with combining these avatar. Okay, now I get it. Yes. So yeah. So Reddit has had this feature while creating an avatar. You could interchange what you want. Like you could actually interchange the head that you want, the helmet that you want, or I think you know what. Let's just try seeing if that works already. Yes, this is my avatar. So I click on style avatar here, and these are all interchangeable components. So now you see this is all interchangeable. Now I click on shop, or okay, these are sold out. Um, yes, that's the pant. Well, we change the legs, we change this thing, or even the eye. So yeah, it's all interchangeable components. So that's something which made it very customizable for people, and people like what they customize, right? So that made total sense there. And yeah, moving on to the second part, Reddit is a metaverse. This is actually one of my favorite topics in the thread, which I want to talk about. Is Reddit is a metaverse, and each subreddit is a virtual world. The forum-based nature of Reddit doesn't scream metaverse, but it has many of the components: identity, objects, payments, history, and community also, which I'd like to add. So let's see what Matthew Ball has to say about the metaverse. Um, um, uh, so Matthew Ball defines metaverse as a massively scaled and interoperable network of real-time rendered 3D virtual worlds that can be expressed, that can be experienced synchronously and persistently by an effectively unlimited number of users with an individual sense of presence and with continuity of data such as identity, history, elements, objects, communications, and payments. So if we actually look at it, Reddit ticked all these boxes already. So it's a very subtle way, but I really think Reddit is it's already Web3 native. And if I just go back to this quote that the founder of Reddit actually said, Alexei's mentioned was, Facebook makes me hate the people I know. Reddit makes me love the people I don't. I think this quote was just too ahead of his time, and it just sums up what metaverse is. So Reddit really makes you people, no, not really love. I think what he actually means by it is you're connecting with people you don't even know, and they're just out there. You're taking their help. You're taking their, you're listening to them. You're talking to them. You're interacting with them. You're taking their ideologies, and you're a part of that cohort, which inherently means uh, that you are the part of the community. So this is the best code I'd say, which sums up Reddit and what's happening right now, and the metaverse part as well. So yeah, Reddit is already a metaverse. I mean, in that case, Instagram's a metaverse, Twitter's a metaverse. We're already in it. But again, not the payment infrastructure, not really. It doesn't check all of these boxes. But again, it does have some elements, and I'm looking forward for all the big giants to also start implementing what's happening right now. And I think that's something we guys have to keep our eyes open and always see what's happening, and be on top of what's happening, because even the biggest brands are doing something like this, and it's just so subtle that we don't even realize that it's happening. And all right, so 2.1, avatars will lead the proliferation of Redditverse. So again, Redditverse, like Reddit and the metaverse combined, Redditverse, free to own at scale. Okay, free to own at scale. Okay, free to own at scale will red pill Redditors into NFT degens, likely using custom avatars which speak to the unique interests. So I think the red pill analogy is basically the Matrix, and so this free to own. So in the beginning, they're all free to own, and right now, if you can actually go and create your own avatar, which is literally free. and you can make that yourself. And now if you look at it, it's going to bring these Redditors and red pill them into becoming NFT degens. So now they're going to start using these custom avatars. They're going to start using these as a form of showing status on Reddit. They're going to start using this as flex. And it also, maybe in the future, also, it's going to have a lot more utilities attached to it. So, guys, Redditors, I think you guys are going to become NFT degens already. So, that's one part that I see. And the utility and recognition of avatars will grow as adoption grows. Network effects, I think that's something we got to discuss. My friend owns an avatar. I like it. He gets one as well, and his friends gets one as well because we have it, and that's how network effects kicks in. And once it kicks in, guys, it compounds. And what compounds? It's highly scalable. Okay. Let's go to the 2.0. Infiltrate other ecosystems. So Reddit partnered with Riot Games to create avatars and is rumored to be partnering with Sandbox. So Reddit is a major brand, and Reddit has a lot of users on the network, and it's been here since I think decades, right? Reddit is one of the OGs in the Web 2 worlds, and now they have the power, they have the money, they have the leverage to partner with these big brands. And once that happens, it's going to scale even more. And PFPs are the greatest marketing vehicles ever created, and Reddit can generate unlimited co-branded versions and have them advertising everywhere. Exactly. Imagine, okay, so Reddit doing with Arcane, Reddit doing with, let's say, uh, any of your favorite comics, or with collections which already exist. Let's say there's a collaboration with Reddit and Cool Cat. So that's something which would be interesting, right? So yeah, I'd say a lot of collaborations can happen, and Reddit can be on top of the ecosystems. So that's going to scale even faster. Now that's going to penetrate the market even faster. I meant, yeah, okay. Yes, let's go to 2.3. Tokenized community program. Tokenized subreddits can curate better content, create premium memberships, and add governance. Perfect. So imagine a subreddit being valued at $10 million or 5 million, or let's say even $1 billion. Let's say there's a subreddit which it's creating premium memberships, it has its own governance, it's creating content by itself. And why can't it become its own territory wherein it becomes its own DAO, and it can be valued a lot more based on the network that it has, the people that it has, and the value of the community. So yeah, Reddit can become like Twitter, Discord, and Snapshot all in one, 100%. And imagine a private community for Gen 1 snoo holders, or a fosteling collector DAO. Okay, fosteling collector DAO. Yes. So basically, I think what Liam is giving here is an example of the possibilities of what could happen with the token holders and how the communities can be designed. That's something which is very interesting. And community points in still in better. Own a piece of your community, add a custom token to your subreddit, earn rewards, encourage quality content, and unlock special features. That sounds a lot like a DAO, right? It's a very subtle way again. I know I've told it 100 times, but again, it is what it is. 2.4, it is the best of both Web 2 and Web 3 worlds. So Reddit maintains control over its core maker. So it has the core maker, the forum, and adds a new crypto asset layer. They can profit off NFT sales and have their assets run through other Web3 projects. So I think this can literally be like the verge of somewhere in middle of the Web 2 and Web 3, maybe like Web 2.5, whereas the core maker, it has control of its forum and adds a layer of crypto assets, and it's using Web 3 projects to scale and use NFT sales, which it's profiting off of. So that is, I think it's a no-brainer. It's literally a no-brainer of Reddit doing it. And at this point, I think the terms Web 2, Web 3, I think we actually have to get over them, because it really doesn't matter right now, because it's about the utility that you're providing. It's about the value that you're adding and what new you're creating. Now even using the words like web 2, web 3 kind of thing, I kind of feel it's old fashioned, because now it's all about use cases, guys. It's all about use cases. If you're creating something useful, you're valued in the market. All right, so let's move to 2.5. Yeah, Reddit has the resources on the crypto chops to pull it off. 100%. Yeah, founded by Alexis. He's lead at Moonbirds and Doodles VC. Introduced crypto payments in 2013, raised $550 million in the last 3 years, subreddit coins 2 years ago, and 2x revenue in 2020. So this is, I think it's a snapshot of an article which shows Reddit's $250 million fundraising of Series E, and the annual revenue as well. So currently we're at $350 million, which is at 2021. It definitely has the resources and the brain power to execute this, and I am really, really bullish on it. Now, how can you capitalize? I think one of the most important questions here is you're learning this. So Liam created this thread. I'm creating this video and sharing my thoughts in it. But what's the point if you're not able to capitalize on it? So it's okay if you missed it, but again, learn how to do it, learn how to capitalize it, because opportunity is gonna be there, guys. Opportunity is always gonna be there. It's time for us to spot it and execute at the exact same time as these whales do, which is actually possible because in Web3 you would be able to do that. And information, again, stay on top of the information, stay on top of the Twitter, learn from everywhere, consume from everywhere, and I think we will be able to capitalize on this opportunity. So let's hear from Liam itself. What does he have to say about capitalizing? So Reddit avatars will have more generations and some early price indicators. Okay, Reddit avatars will have more generations and some early price indicators are art quality, artist reputation, meme. Okay, so these three are the important ones, because art quality, what kind of what's the quality of art? So if it's just pixels and it's a knockoff of already a blue chip NFT project, it's most likely it's most likely going to be a flop, or maybe it's only good for flippers. It's only good for flipping. So if you're flipping it already, basically it's like 2008, uh, the mortgage crisis, but in NFTs. No value on it, but you're just pumping it, you're just flipping it, you're just selling it to people, and the people are selling it to other people. But basically, the value of the NFT is zero. So art quality is very important there. The artist reputation, what's the reputation of the artist in the market, and what's the art that he has previously prepared, and uh, also I think how crypto native the artist is, because the more crypto native they are, the more easily they can blend in with the whole Reddit ecosystem here, and the meme, of course. So I think memes are now a medium of um medium to transfer information so quickly in this hyper-connected world that most of my news that I get is from memes, and it's actually a fun and sarcastic way to get these memes, and it's so quick than even news. And I can even go as far to say that all these memes have more and real information than the news themselves. News, I think it's just bullshit and it's just fake. But again, depends on what kind of information you're consuming, and you got to know which is right and what's not. Okay, so the real alpha is in avatar trading Discord and subreddit, because you can see what the OGs are vibing with. Okay, that's an interesting point. So yes, alpha in the avatar trading discords. So if you're in these kind of discords, you know what kind of information people are consuming. You know what kind of uh what do I call it? You know what kind of jokes they're vibing to. So they have a different set of jokes. They have a different kind of sense of humor, and the kind of information they and even the style of communication is a little different. So if you're able to get that, you're already in the group. And if you're in there, alphas just spread to you quickly. Okay, let's move on to 3.1. Okay, peak floor prices and 1 out of 100 Gen 1 avatars. Okay, so yes, guys, if you actually look at these NFT collectibles, collectible avatars of Reddit, a lot of them are the floor price is really low, because I think that's really I think that's actually a good way to look at it, because people who are getting these, they're actually getting them to use them as avatars, which is basically what they're meant to be used for, right? So imagine you're using these. You want a special collectible. You want certain kind of avatar. You want a certain kind of character, and that's why you want it, and that's why you bought it. In that case, you really wouldn't care about the floor price, how it's performing, even in like 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks, because you bought it for the sole purpose of having it as an avatar. And if you're just buying it for just trading, then um, it doesn't really make sense. But again, if you're able to make money out of it, crazy, right? Good for you. I think you know when to exit, and that's something which is really smart. But so the point that I'm trying to prove is the price is really low, like $94 for these, which is close to 0.064 ETH as on 29th of October. So, okay, I don't think this was taken. Okay, this was taken on 26th of October, I believe. But yes, something similar. I think the prices haven't changed that much. But yes, I think even if you're going for these different collectibles, which are on Reddit right now, it's even selling for around $15 itself. So I think that's something that you can have a look at and just try, experiment, learn what's happening, and yeah, have fun, guys. And that's how the alpha spread. So 3.2, look at major platforms launching avatars. So you must generational wealth on Reddit's news, no sweat trend. There'll probably be half dozen similar major PFP rollouts. Keep your eyes open and immerse yourself in communities when it happens. I agree. Because this is not the only one. I think it's a great way to see that PFP avatars are going mainstream, and Reddit is not the only one who's gonna roll this out. There are a lot more Web2 companies, there are a lot more brands are gonna roll it out, and now you know this. Now you learn from this, and you can be ahead of your game. You haven't missed anything, of course. We're all early guys. Okay, 3.3. Began posting on Reddit. NFT Twitter is becoming saturated with these. Okay, with threaders, and the vibe on Reddit is becoming more NFT friendly. You can reach a new audience and make new friends. You also build up karma, which could be rewarded in future avatar mints. True. So, of course, I think the vibe on Twitter has become a very shilly vibe. A lot of people just tagging you in for these airdrops. Very shilly vibe. But if you're on Reddit, it's actually changing. And there was a time when people on Reddit hated NFTs, but now they own collectibles. They have it. They like it. The vibe is great. And again, like we said, people are being red pilled into becoming NFT degens. So there you go. That's the vibe. And in summary, avatars are Trojan horse. Reddit is metaverse with crypto objects. Reddit has the money, the team, and the motivation to pull it off. Prepare the future. Prepare for the future of Reddit mints and other networks. P.S. There are actively. Okay, this is something interesting. P.S. There are 3K actively trading wallets. So if we look at the news, which says Reddit has OpenSea market. Okay, so it says a majority of Reddit NFT wallets are created just for non-fungible avatars. A total of 3 million wallets have been created on the Reddit vault. Not sure if the 3 million, the figure is 100% correct, because 3 million is a large amount. And anyways, if it's true, I think it's amazing. But here Liam says, more realistically speaking, it's 3,000 actively trading wallets. That means we're still early. And yeah, closing thought, Reddit avatars 100x because people weren't expecting them to 100x. The next PAYC will not look like the last PAYC. The best opportunities are the ones with immense potential but aren't in the zeitgeist yet. Perfect, guys. That's a wrap. So if you like this thread, I'm going to link it down. You guys can go ahead and follow Liam. Yeah, I think it's a great thread. I love the thread and hope you guys enjoyed the video as well. I hope I was able to add value. Might have made mistakes, but yeah, leave share your thoughts. Share all of your thoughts on how I can refine my speech and how I could just make this better. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun creating this, and I know it might not get a lot of views, but whoever views it, they definitely will get a lot of value out of this. Perfect, guys. This was something that we want to talk about the Reddit collectible avatars. Thank you so much, everybody. This is Harshit.eth, and yeah, signing off. Thank you, everybody.